Lions in the pack, never got slack. Pushing for greatness, never looking back. Fear the war, check the score. Can't ignore talent, strength in the Lord. Lions in the pack, never got slack. Pushing for greatness, never looking back. Fear the war, check the score. Can't ignore talent, strength in the Lord. Lions in the pack, never got slack. Pushing for greatness, never looking back. Fear the war, check the score. Can't ignore talent, strength in the Lord. SAGU is the place to be. Is the place to be. SAGU is the place to be. Is the place to be. Yeah.
Welcome back to the Schaefer Center here on the campus of Southwestern Assemblies of God University in beautiful Waxahachie, Texas. We are getting ready. We are minutes away from the SAGU men's basketball team taking on the OCU, Oklahoma City University Stars. But first, let's go live to our courtside reporter, Riker Russell, who is with head coach Delton Deal. What's Coach Deal have to say about this game tonight, Riker?
Thanks, Adam. Coach Deal, you have momentum coming into tonight's game after a close win Thursday night against Southwestern Christian. The Lions have shown all season long that they have the ability to win out close games. So how does this team find ways to grind out those close games?
For us, we just talk about playing with joy, being happy. If you buying into your role, and when you do those things, good thing happens. The Lord blesses you, and that's what we're trying to be.
Statistically, you're a second-half team. So what do you need to do to come out strong from tip-off?
Yeah, I think having a good start at home is important, especially against a good team like this. So, we're just going to come out and try to hopefully they warm up well and they come out with a lot of energy and play as hard as they can.
Thank you so much, Coach. Good luck tonight. Back to you, Adam.
Thank you, Riker. Thank you, Coach Deal. John, there you have it. We're in store for an exciting game here between the Stars and the Lions.
This is going to be a barn burner. OCU last year, a little bit off kilter compared to some of the previous years in recent memory. OCU is always going to field a strong team, always. So you can never take them lightly or for granted. On paper right now, they're just a game and a half back, I believe. But you can't take that for granted, especially when they come to your home court. And sometimes you get lulled into that. And these guys are going to come out, and they will post a win on you really quick if you don't come out fighting.
Absolutely.
And that's what Coach Steele was talking about in that last interview. We got to get off to a good early start. Jump on, let them know we mean business, have good offense, play good defense. But this is a very special SAGU Lions team, a very special. The chemistry is just starting to show, and they've only lost 2 games. I think it's a bright future for the Lions.
Yeah, SAGU coming in at 11-2, 3-2 in conference, as you see there. And the Oklahoma City University Stars, 8-5, 2-3 overall, is the current Sooner Athletic Conference standings. We are early in the Sooner Athletic Conference play, but this conference always seems to just be so tightly contested from one all the way down to the bottom. It's amazing to see year after year the competitiveness that you see in that Sooner Athletic Conference. Even a team like Langston is really improved. A newer basketball program, they've really improved. They sit there at the middle spot, tied for 4th currently in the Sooner Athletic Conference standings. Well, we are going to go live courtside for the opening prayer. National anthem sang by our own Riker Russell, our courtside reporter, singing the national anthem tonight. And then, of course, the announcement of the starting lineups. Don't go anywhere. The Stars versus the Lions right here on the SAGU Sports Network.
By SAGU's own very talented Riker Russell. Father, thank you for today. Lord, we thank you for everything you do in our lives. I ask that you watch over everyone here tonight and our ways back home. We thank you for everything you do in our lives. In Jesus' name, amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through their perilous fight over the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed.
gentlemen, at this time, we would like to honor one of our men's basketball players. Josh Kashila scored his 1,000th career point on Thursday night in a win over Southwestern Christian University. Josh is a junior this season and accomplished this feat in only 75 games. This accomplishment is a result of all the hard work and dedication that Josh has put into the game and to this university. We are all proud of him and look forward to many more to come. And now the starting lineups for the Stars. And guard junior number 1, Cleon Claiborne. And guard senior number 3, Trey Bryant. At forward, senior number 21, Darian Willies. At guard, senior number 22, Eric Watry.
And at forward, senior number 34, AJ Cockrell. Head coach is Hank Alges. And now the starting lineups for your SAGU Lions.
Head guard, freshman number 3, Noah Bowling. Head guard, sophomore number 5, Nick Mason. Head guard, junior number 10, Josh Kashila. At forward, senior number 14, Kenton Williams. And at forward, senior number 21, Darren Davis. Head coaches Delton Dill, assistant coaches are Emmanuel Doy, Blake Cochran, and Dominic McGregor.
There you have it, the starting lineups for the SAGU Lions and the Oklahoma City University visiting Stars. And John, you were mentioning in pregame, these senior athletic conference matchups always seem like they're close. And more so, I always feel like for at least the last 3 or 4 years, Oklahoma City has always played well here in the Schaefer Center. They always, no matter what the record is, they always play the Lions tough.
They really do, and it's because they really match up well. Very similar styles of play. Even for years now that I've been watching, it's just kind of funny how much they mirror each other.
Jump ball between KT Williams and AJ Cockrell to start this game. It'd be a good one. Sooner Athletic Conference action coming your way.
2 seniors.
Absolutely. Here, jump ball will be won uncontested by Oklahoma City. And we are underway here in the Schaefer Center.
No need to burn the energy. You know you're going to get the possession error in your favor now. Come out and play defense.
Claiborne tries to get it to Cockrell. Cockrell. Good pass cross court to the corner. 3 ball is no good. In and out. Rebound fought for and then out of bounds, and that is tough. First rebound of the game. Miscommunication on behalf of the Lions, and it ends up a turnover. And OCU gets it right back.
Well, the good hustle actually, in a rare instance, doesn't you got 2 players hustling really hard for the ball, and they fight each other.
So OCU gets a second possession here. Pump fake, mid-range jumper up, and it is no good. Rebound by Nick Mason. Up ahead, leaves it for Bowling. Bowling down low. Good up and under move off the glass, and good that time by KT Williams.
You'll see a lot of that tonight. KT doesn't try to get outside of himself. He plays a really methodical type of game. Great defender, great rebounder, and can score when he needs to.
Darian Davis looking to get the pass up ahead, finds KT Williams after the tip ball. They leave it from Mason. And here is Nick Mason. Darian Davis for three, no good. And then tough rebound there, brought in by OCU. Ooh, cross-court pass almost thrown away. Down into the corners, Claiborne. Swings it out to Bryant. Jab step, tries to drive on Bolin. Out to the three. Another long pass. Here's Claiborne for three. That one is good. OCU on the board with the first three of the game, 3-2.
Claiborne, he can eat you up alive from the three-point line. Very, very good, and that's his shot. He looks for that. He runs the perimeter, and you'll see him get a lot of those shots.
And then a travel that time called on KT Williams down low. Have another look at that.
Let's see. Interesting.
That's close. I'm not sure that may have warranted a whistle. That is definitely close. Either way, turnover for SAGU, and here comes OCU up 3-2. Claiborne with it. And then the legal screen called against the Stars. AJ Cockrell that time threw the screen and drew the whistle.
Both teams struggling just a little bit here early, getting the nervous jitters out. And you see this a lot. Big game times.
These are for Kashila. Kashila, step back three is on the way, and good. Josh Kashila, the junior, drilling a three.
And that's something he practices every day in practice. Even after, you'll see Kashila in the gym working on those step back threes.
And that ball goes out of bounds. Tipped by SAGU, so it's going to stay on this end of the court. You see a good look at it. It did go off the hands of Kenton Williams. Cockrell brings in that inbounds pass. Turnaround jumper is no good. In and out, brought in by Williams. Up ahead to Bowling. Bowling leaves it for Mason. Swings it back out to Bowling. Sheila down low to Darian Davis. Davis going baseline. Tries to throw it off a Stars defender, but it's brought in. Another turnover for the Lions. Up ahead. Blocked by Mason at the rim. The putback attempt, no good, but the second putback attempt by Claiborne, that one falls.
And that's Nick Mason, and his athleticism is unparalleled by anyone in the NAIA.
And you see a three attempt by Kashila, in and out, and then out of bounds off the Stars, but Nick Mason on the other end.
You'll see a lot of that. You're going to see a high-flying, high-wire act between Williams and Mason. And they just play way above the rim.
Here's Bowling. He gets it to Mason. There's Williams. A long three for KT Williams. No good.
A little out of character
and then
for Williams there. He doesn't shoot a whole lot of threes, but I've seen him get hot, and that's one thing. He likes to try it, see if he's going to have a hot hand, but he'll be smart about it. You will not see him jacking up a lot of threes over time.
Terrence Hubby was fouled. He checks into the game, had possession, was fouled on the rebound. A.J. Cockrell goes out with 2 fouls already here. Under 4 minutes gone in the first half. Here's Mason. Turnaround jumper, no good. Hubby, tip rebound, cannot find anybody. And here comes OCU. Tie game here, 5 apiece. Some good defense being shown between these two athletic, hard-fighting teams. As they reset, Trey Bryant on Hubby. Good pass down low, finds his man, and he up and under. Eli Gumsey is able to go up and under and convert that layup. Here's Mason, quick on the other end. Mid-range jumper off the glass. Looks pretty good. Nice athletic move there to create some space.
Well, there's a reason why he leads this team in scoring, and that's because he's a true scorer. He's not a set shooter, not a jump shooter. He's just a scorer. He will take everyone that tries to guard him right to the rack and challenge you to play defense.
Up ahead, looking for Hubby. Is saved, but SAGU does get it back.
That was a great save by the Stars. Smart play to throw it down court.
Here's Bowling. Bowling looks to go baseline, but he ends up stepping out of bounds. Another turnover here for the Lions. And a timeout by Coach Delton Deal. Low scoring here in the first 5 minutes, 7 apiece, but is it attributed to the good defense of both teams? Maybe just a little bit of rusty play? What do you think, John? Here?
I think this is a very important game. Both of these teams know, and they're probably putting a lot of pressure on themselves. The coaches are, as well as the players. It's you're getting right towards the end of the first round robin of the way the conference play works. And it's very you want to go in with a better than 500 record when you complete that first run, so that you know where you stand, and it gives you that kind of confidence and that good feeling to go in. So that's where we are. We're getting to that place of about halfway point in the conference season, and these teams are putting the pressure on themselves to perform well.
Mason, mid-range jumper, no good. Mitch McMullen has checked into the game for the Lions. Off the miss, here come the Stars. Good defense. Floater, no good. That one was put up there by Trey Bryant. McMullen gets it to Williams. And here is Mason. Down low to Hubby. Turnaround hook is no good. That was a good-looking shot there. It just couldn't fall.
And Hubby's very, very capable of hitting that shot. He's a great player in the paint and just outside down on the baseline.
Corner three, no good, but the offensive rebound brought in by the Stars. This three ball off the front of the iron misses badly. McMullen fighting for the rebound. SAGU can't pick it up, and then he gets it to him.
Travel.
And they're going to call a travel. You can't believe it.
Well, he wanted to do it quickly, and you'll see here he gets the ball. He's back way far.
Yeah.
And if he would just put one dribble into it.
And he had time to put a dribble down. He had a smaller defender on him, and he just.
You just know you got to go quickly.
Here's Kashila for three. Misses badly with an air ball. Up ahead, here come the Stars. Layup, up and in. Williams tried to get himself a block there, but Claiborne able to convert on the fast break opportunity. There's McMullen. Jab step, drives baseline. Left-handed, or the lefty with a mid-range jumper, no good. Corner three on the way. Actually, they're going to rule that a 2. Foot was on the line, but it is good for the Stars. And OCU has quickly put a couple of baskets here together and built themselves a 4-point lead. Howard Turner checks into the game for the Lions. Layup, up and in. Good drive there, going to the left. Jab step and just drives uncontested. Here's Claiborne. Good defense to cut that off. Oh, good pass. Long two on the way, no good. Off the hand of McMullen. It looked like he tried to pull his hand back.
Just the way he reacted to it, we'll see here.
Yeah,
you couldn't really see it, but you could. It was just that natural reaction. Yep. You know you touched it.
So OCU is going to retain possession here. Barely off that left hand of McMullen. Claiborne to inbound. Coleman finds Claiborne in the corner. Going down low to Davis. He's back out to Coleman. Left-handed layup, no good. And then a foul against the Stars. It looks like Gomsey, on the rebound. Yep, got him in the head. And they are going to call that on Gomsey.
And he's a tough player. He's kind of an enforcer-type player down in the paint. He's going to be very physical, body up, a lot of contact. Got to get used to it, and because these guys are going to play you very, very hard, and at a very high speed.
An illegal screen called against Darian Davis there, and another turnover on the offensive foul. Some sloppy play here in the early on in the first half as we approach 12 minutes left to play. A lot of turnovers.
Interesting little trivia, just because we just came off the women's game. OCU women's actually outscores the men's team by 4 points a game.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, they are the number 2, possibly number 1 team in the nation. That's not that unbelievable. That's a cool little. I like that. It's a nice little stat. Kashila with a good drive there, layup up and in, ties the game at 11 apiece.
Well, what you will see, and that's a segue for me to go into how good OCU's defense. They work very hard on defense. They're not trying to run up the score. That's not the way they're built offensively. Their scheme is to distribute the ball all the way around. They've got essentially 5 players that are in double digits scoring, and that's a sign of a well-rounded team that is attacking the offense from a very strategic position, and not a lot of run and gun, not a lot of flair. Although they may create some offense from their defense, you'll still see a half-court set type game most of the time.
There you see another travel. SAGU did just get a 3-ball by Josh Kashila. And that is another turnover for OCU. A couple of times here in this first half where they've been nabbed on a traveling violation. It's something you got to clean up that seems almost elementary in terms of what you should know how to do on the basketball court at this level. But a timeout by OCU.
Coach Hank Aldis, I believe I said that right. This is his first year.
Yep.
And he's got, always the first-year coach has got a pretty big hill to climb up. You're just earning respect. You're trying to get people to buy into your system. But that's going to be one of those things, although they have some good returners, and the chemistry gets a little messed up. It's not that you can't get back to a good chemistry rather quickly, but that means everyone has to buy into the plan. And I think we're starting to see that happen.
Here is SAGU off the turnover. Looking to go down low to Mason, and that one's thrown away. Stolen by OCU, and then trapped there in the corner. Up ahead, here's Coleman. Coleman driving, leaving for his teammate down low, up and in, and he slams it down. Darian Willies.
High riser, quick riser.
Just off 2 feet, able to get it up and dunk it in traffic. Trying to get it to Mason again down low, and it's stolen away again by OCU. Good spin down low, and he converts the layup. Good job by Eddie Smith.
Man, what an athletic move that was.
Smith also had the assist on that last dunk. Here's Kashila.
Smith averages just a little over 7.5 points a game.
Another steal for OCU. Layup up and in, and the foul. And very quickly, that off Anthony Davis is able to take the pass, draw contact, and finish with the layup. And he's going to line for a three-point play, but very quickly the momentum has shifted very much in the favor of the Stars. (17-14) here, depending on this free throw.
Anthony Davis is kind of back home. He's just a little south of home. He's a graduate of Louisville High School and has been playing for 4 years at Oklahoma City University.
He misses the free throw, so it remains a three-point game, but SAGU has had 3 straight steals, turnovers on the offensive side. Here's Williams. Williams up and cannot convert. Looked like it might have been blocked by Darian Willies. Up ahead, here's Willies. Willies, left-handed layup up and in, and the foul again, this time on Noah Bowling. And OCU right now is rolling on the offensive side.
Well, they're making a lot of these acrobatic shots that just kind of shows you what type of athletes OCU has on its roster. And that means they can play pretty much any style of game. When you see that kind of athleticism, you know that with what would appear to be a half-court set type of strategic influence in the way they play, they can still get up and go. If they need to quicken the pace, I wouldn't call it a running gun necessarily, but they can quicken the pace in a hurry and make good things happen.
And there you see, out of the timeout by Coach Deal, they will have a chance at another three-point play here. And it's really started on that defensive side of the ball. Depending on what that last possession for SAGU was called, it could have been a block. It may have just been a missed shot, but regardless, it's either 3 steals and a block or 3 steals and really good defense on that last 4 possessions by the Lions have really sparked this run by the Stars where they find themselves up 5 depending on the outcome of this potential three-point play by Willys. You talked about it. They're not a team that's gonna try to outscore you. They are gonna try to outdefend you. If the game ends 45-30, I'm sure they're happy with that offensive output if the defense is that good.
Win's a win, and you get certain coaching mindsets. You can just see it immediately how they play or strategically attack the game, and some of those a little bit older school, I think, mindsets are, and really could be a mixture of like a Rick Pitino, say. Rick Pitino was very adamant about great defense, but was not scared to create a high pace and a furious race to score. So he's got the athletes to be able to do that. I think they're just trying to develop some chemistry inside of the game plan.
Willys misses the free throw.
Willys is the second worst free throw shooter on the team, so that wasn't unforeseeable.
Rebound by the Lions off the missed shot by Mason. Here's Williams. Williams with a step back in the corner. It's good. KT Williams breaks that scoring drought by the Lions as he hits a corner 3. That's not a bad weapon to have, a 6'7".
He was wide open, and he's confident in that. He can shoot it. It's just not the forefront of his game plan.
There's Willys with a corner 3. Now, you mentioned the second worst free throw shooter on the team taking a corner 3. You can't be happy with that offensive possession. Here's Bowling for 3. Doesn't shoot it often. He misses that time. This time, offensive rebound, lefty floater by Howard Turner is good, and SAGU ties it back up just like that out of the timeout at 19 apiece.
Turner's going to be a bright spot in the future for Coach Deal. He's a great player, got a good IQ, how to play the game of basketball, and not afraid to mix it up.
Oh, what a pass by Darian Davis to Nick Mason on the fast break.
When you see Nick Mason deep underneath like that, that's what you do. It doesn't matter who's in front of him, because he's going to go over anybody. It's guaranteed.
3 ball on the way for OCU, no good. Rebound by Turner. Oh, he loses it, and it's brought back in by the Stars. Here's Anthony Davis. A foul called, and it looks going to be offensive. Yep.
Howard Turner got to it's an out-of-control foul. That's not a charge, but that's going to be an out-of-control foul.
I was waiting for the official at the top of the screen to make the call, but the official in front of the Lions bench made the call. Offensive foul.
Yep. Push off with the arm.
21-19 lead now for the Lions. Bowling again back in the game. Here's Davis. Leaves it for Mason. Mason for Williams. Turner, the lefty. Long 3, no good. Rebound brought in that time by Eli Gomzi.
You could tell that Turner, he's a good three-point shooter. He was thinking about it a little too much because it took him forever to get rid of it. And
there's Turner for 2 this time.
As he
rattles
quickens
around.
It up, yeah, he can shoot that.
Rattles around and is good. We've seen OCU take a couple of threes that have missed badly. You got to think maybe they want to try to move away from that game plan. This is not working for them right now. Up and under layup, no good. Almost goes in, but
what a great rebound.
Willys with the rebound off his own shot, and he converts And then a long pass from Bowling out of bounds. The Lions flying up and down the court right now. You got to slow down just a second, just a little bit. Slow down.
Yep. Well, Willie's he came to play. Not giving up on that, and that just makes every coach happy. Never giving up.
23-21. Here's Coleman for OCU. Corner three on the way again. This one in and out, no good. That time off the hands of Trey Bryant.
Trey Bryant, the leading scorer on this team. Not by much because, as I said, there's really 5 players that are in double digits. Trey Bryant averaging 14 points a game.
Darian Davis gets it down low, spins to his left and converts through contact and is going to the line for a 3-point play. Good move just by one of these two stellar SAGU big men. Down low, it's tough to stop those twin towers and Williams and Darian Davis. Davis to the line. Off the front of the rim and no good.
That was a hybrid shot put type. I don't know what he was doing there. Definitely not a fluid free throw shot movement.
Coleman with the floater, no good. Rebound tapped out, but brought in by Turner. Here's Turner up ahead. Leaves it for Kashila. Kashila jabs. Gets it back out to Kenton Williams. Down low to Davis. Cross court to Turner. The lefty from the corner. It's good. Offensive foul, however. You said he can hit those corner threes if he just pulls the trigger and shoots the ball.
Now watch how he goes right into a shot. He's not thinking about it. He's not trying to make it. He's just shooting his shot.
No foul on that. He was out of bounds when he caught the ball. His heel was on the line. So no foul.
Too deep.
Too deep. 25-21. Off the turnover by the Lions. And here's, as you said, leading scorer for the Stars, Trey Bryant. A long two on the way is good. Eric Watry converts, one of the 5 seniors for the Stars team. Down low to Davis. Fakes the pass. Here's Davis.
Nice.
Turnaround hook shot is good. It's so easy for him to back down his opponent and get deep in that paint. And then when he gets there, it's tough to stop. Yep. Here's Watry.
And he just plays his motor double dribble. Yep.
And there's Willies gets nabbed for that double dribble.
Darian Davis's motor never, you talk about the Energizer Bunny, never gives out, always working, doesn't matter. He just likes to be on the court. He doesn't care if it's offense, doesn't care if it's defense. He just wants to play, and he wants to play hard.
That was Gomzi on the double dribble, rather not Willies. But SAGU ball, 27-23 as we approach 5 minutes left to play in the first half. Here's Williams down low. Tries to go to the corner to McCullum, but he cannot complete the pass. It's stolen. And cross court to the corner three again on the way. This one no good off the front of the iron. Rebound brought in by Kashila. Tapped away by Turner.
Bryant's got such a beautiful release and shot.
Kashila, mid-range jumper, good. Josh Kashila gets that loose ball. It almost looked like OCU was going to have a fast break, uncontested the other way. But a good job by Kashila. Have quick hands and retain possession.
Oh, release.
Splits the defenders. And no really contest there for that shot by Willies. Up and in.
It's actually a pretty smart play by Williams. You don't want to give up a cheap foul in that case. Sometimes you just, to win the war, you got to lose a battle every now and then.
Another three coming from the corner by Watry. That one's good, and that's going to put the Stars within one, 29-28, as they are on a little mini run of their own here to cut that deficit. Here's Turner. Gets to McCullen. Williams back out to Turner. Turner, the three on the way, no good. Rebound by Kashila, up and in. Josh Kashila, good position. He's not ever really going to be the biggest guy on the court, but positioning wins almost every time.
Well, Coach Steele has a 3-guard set going here, and all the bigs had already left on the shot, and Kashila stayed home, snuck in there, and that's how you get more points.
Straight away three, no good. And here comes SAGU, 31-28. Kashila for three. That one's good.
Yeah.
Josh Kashila
Don't leave
heating
him
up.
open.
Watch out. He heats up. It's tough to stop Kashila.
Kashila is the second leading scorer on this team, and the difference between Nick Mason and him is not much. 17.3 points a game for Kashila. Dangerous
Pass finds the corner somehow. Here's Willie's. Willie's mid-range jumper, no good, but a foul is called. Looks like he got the body of Willie's.
That's one of those, if you've read the scouting report correctly, you just let Willie's have that shot. He's 14 feet out. He shoots, at a pretty poor clip from that distance. So you give it to him and you box out, you go get the rebound. No need to foul.
First free throw is good by Willie's. Makes it 34-29. He's looking to go 2 for 2 from the line here. He is 0 for 1 from the, or was up until that point 0 for 1 from the charity stripe tonight. Second free throw on the way is in and out, no good.
That was close.
Up ahead here is Bowling. Bowling slows it down. Gets to Hubby, swings it to Kashila. Here's McCullen. Good
Great
pass.
pass.
Can't bring it in. Nick Mason, I don't know if he was ready for it. Regardless, great pass. Euro step stripped away by Bowling. And then a scrap for the ball, a whistle. And it looks like a timeout by SAGU. Brilliant play there by Bowling. It looks like he stripped it away and then gets possession. Let's see who calls a timeout.
Yeah, he was calling it.
Yep.
You couldn't see it really, but I saw his left hand kind of open up. So, and it looked like he was mouthing timeout.
Great play by Noah Bowling. Strips it away from the pretty good move on the offensive side by the Stars. He's able to get a hand in there, strip the ball away, and then the hustle and the grit to get after that loose ball and that scrap, and then the smarts to call it timeout while you have possession.
Noah Bowling, a walk-on onto this Lions team. Last year he was playing intramurals, scored 90 points in an intramural game, and turned some heads. And of course, somebody's going to say, hey, you need to go talk to Coach Steele.
John, you and I have been on multiple intramural basketball teams. Have you ever seen that? We've been on teams
Not
together.
90. Yeah.
I have never seen something like that. That is crazy.
Yeah, not 90.
Turnover for the Lions, and the Stars get the ball back on offense. 2.5 left to play here in the first half. Looking for a corner three again. This one still no good. OCU not shooting well from beyond the arc. Here's McCullen. McCullen hesitates. Gets it to Kashila. Kashila finds Bowling, and that's going to be a travel.
Yeah, he's got to step right into it. There's a little bit of indecision. You could see him thinking about what his next move was going to be. And he realized, wait a minute, I got the lane wide open.
Another turnover here for the Lions. They do find themselves up 34-29, 5-point lead here in the first half. Try to move the ball around on offense. Driving, tough layup. He's going to get fouled. Kalon Claiborne.
Claiborne is so tough. You're going to see him do that a lot. He doesn't like to shoot without contact. He goes in, creates the contact, and then will Cirque du Soleil you.
Kalon Claiborne to the line for two. First one up, and it is good. Cody Farmer checks into the game for the first time for the Lions tonight. Claiborne's second free throw on the way up, and it is no good. Rattles around the rim. Here is Mason. Good move to get some space. Mid-range jumper, no good. Kashila almost comes down with the rebound, then pokes it away. It is going to be Oklahoma City ball. A good hustle there by Josh Kashila.
OCU keeping this game close, keeping it within range, and just consistently staying at that 3 to 4 deficit. That's really what you need to do against a high-powered offense like SAGU.
There's Watry. If anyone's going to hit threes at a consistent rate, it is going to be Watry. Long two on the way from Claiborne. Off the hands of Gomzi there, and it goes out of bounds. And 1:29 left to play here in the first half. And the Lions, they bring it up. Kashila pump fakes, gets his guy in the air. Mid-range jumper, that one's no good. Rebound by Hubby, and Hubby cannot get it back up and in, but he is fouled. He's going to go to the line here for 2 shots.
I want to show you a little veteran play here. I wonder if we can get back. I don't know if they have the angle to see Kashila in his initial move. But there was a veteran play that Kashila had that he made, and he was looking for the three-point play right away. So watch him fake, and now you can't see it from – you could kind of see his head tilt, but he is looking for the man. He's baiting the defender, so he's not driving super hard because he knows he has position, and he wants that defender to react and come back. There you go. He's now the defender's coming, and he was hoping that the defender would get him on a foul so he could get a three-point play.
Hubby goes 1 of 2 from the line there, bringing that lead back out to 5, 35-30, 1:18 left to play here in the first half.
That's not for your freshmen out there to be trying. That's a very veteran move, and because you could also get your ball swatted right into the sidewall easily. You got to know what you're doing.
Here is OCU Bryant with it now. Leaves it for Watry. Davis. Get it back out to Watry. 10 to shoot. Hello, KT Williams, good defense. Left-handed hook, no good. And SAGU with some good defense there on a longer possession rather, by OCU. Here's Davis. Davis gets it stripped away off the knee of SAGU, off Davis. So it is going to be OCU ball with 45 seconds left.
Does Darian Davis give you a Will Smith vibe at all? He kind of gives me that Fresh Prince vibe. You don't get it?
I get it. I mean, I've seen Fresh Prince. I don't know if I can agree with you on that one.
What? All right. I won't argue for it.
Gomzi up and in off the good pass from Bryant. Brings OCU back within 3. The shot clock is turned off, and it looks like Nick Mason with it will set up for the last shot here.
Yep, so Coach Dill's sending everybody to the corners. Going to try to get an isolation play. This is exactly what you want. You want Nick Mason to have a little bit of room and then make a decision.
5 to shoot. Mason gets the shot off, and it's good. Nick Mason.
And that's what that's exactly how that play is drawn up. Sink everybody down to the baseline, give an isolation for Mason to do some work, because that's exactly what he can do. That's his forte. Get a player to guard him one-on-one, and he's got a very, very high percentage chance. Doesn't matter where it's from.
Or the form. Got the legs out like that.
Yep.
I mean, great shot there by Nick Mason to end the half. And SAGU goes in to halftime, into the locker room, leading 37-32 with a really defensive battle really in that first half. We are going to go live courtside to Riker Russell, who's with assistant coach Blake Cochran. Riker, what's he have to say about that first half?
Thanks, Adam. Coach, you called a timeout, 9 minutes left in the half, and immediately the Lions came out, broke the scoring drought, and took the lead. What was said in the huddle?
We just got to play harder. You know, we're not doing some of the little things we need to do and we're normally good at, like crashing the boards. And they started doing that, and we started getting easier buckets. So they did a really good job responding to that, and we're playing a lot better.
And what's the biggest thing you need to take away from OCU to come away with a win tonight?
We just got to get a hand up on the shooters. That's how they're getting their buckets, you know, so backside help. They really need to close out, hand up, making them drive. And when we do that, you know, they'll get stops, and we'll come away with the win.
Thank you so much, Coach. Good luck tonight. Back to you, Adam.
Thank you, Riker. Thank you, Coach Cochran. Well, that's going to do it for the first half. Again, SAGU leading 37-32. Don't go anywhere. Second half coming your way right here on the SAGU Sports Network.
I try to think of, how a kid will view me on the court, and what I want them to see, and in my mind, is someone who has a ton of fun doing it, who does what's right and does his best every time he steps on the floor.
Tired of being passed over for that promotion? Well, did you know that getting your MBA can be a great way to supercharge your professional career? Those who graduate from a 2-year MBA program on average earn a starting salary of $90,000. Through SAGU's online MBA, you can earn your degree while still working at your job. And at half the cost of other 2-year MBAs, there's no need to worry about the price. So what's holding you back? Apply today at sagu.edu.
Hands up, kick the door closed, take one step to your left. Take off.
The chase is on as one of the newest and fastest growing programs at SAGU continues to gain strength. In response to market surveys and high demand, a bachelor's degree in criminal justice was launched on campus in 2006.
When the admissions would go out and recruit, it had been the most asked for program that they didn't have.
Bruce Stamets joined the SAGU faculty in 2009 and has led the charge in growing the criminal justice, or CJ program, from 5 students to nearly 50. His path to the college campus is paved with a wealth of real-world experience, 26 years of service as a police officer in New York, and a 2-year stint overseas in Kabul, Afghanistan.
And I did 2008 and 2009 as an international police mentor in a division of the State Department called International Narcotics and Law Enforcement.
Housed within the Human Services Department, CJ students learn the functions and interrelationship of the American criminal justice structure. Its 3 key components: law enforcement, the court system, and the correctional process.
Of course, there's a myriad of positions, and hundreds of thousands of jobs become available every year in those 3 spheres. A lot of people use the criminal justice degree as a precursor to going to law school because the CJ degree is kind of a broad brush stroke in terms of how the system operates.
Analysis of police operations is one of the 16 core classes required in the criminal justice program. It's also one of the most hands-on courses offered at SAGU.
If you recall how we did the takedowns in the classroom,
they actually have to think through scenarios and then act those out. And those, you saw a felony traffic stop where there was a risky situation for a police officer.
you may have more occupants in the car. You do the same thing over and over again.
They're getting those guys and gals out of those cars, arresting them in a prescribed manner.
And the prescribed manner in God's Word for justice in society is also explored. It's another prime example of how biblical truths at SAGU are integrated into practical learning and application.
If you read Romans 13, you'll find out that there's a minister of God there to promote justice. And I believe the modern day minister of God's justice is the police officer on the street. I think that God's young people are rising to the challenge that there needs to be godly men and women in law enforcement, in courts, in corrections, to maintain, keep, and establish order, in our society.
Now you're going to exit the vehicle by taking your right hand and opening the car door from the outside slowly.
And proper training now equals protecting society and saving lives in the future.
What do we say about runners?
That was awesome.
We let them run. You got perimeter probably backup, and your help is just a radio call away, right? What you did was you left your partner uncovered, potentially with multiple prisoners. Good idea or bad?
The criminal justice program at SAGU, embracing the chase and the challenge to equip the next generation of public servants.
The story of SAGU is a 5,000-mile journey, beginning in Denmark with a boy named Peter. Peter immigrated to the United States with his parents when he was 4. As Peter grew up, he grew to love knowledge. He worked to put himself through college and seminary while supporting his family. And he was known to take an extra elective on top of every required course of study. By adulthood, he could read in 22 languages, with 2 of his favorites being Greek and Hebrew. His adult life was spent as a pastor. During his time at Third Baptist Church in Detroit, Peter was hit by an automobile while disembarking a streetcar. His knee was so badly injured that doctors discussed amputation. A small group of Pentecostal believers came to his house and began to show him scripture about divine healing. Rather than taking their word for it, he grabbed his Greek New Testament and carefully examined the scriptures for himself. After seeing the truth of divine healing in the original Greek, he allowed the group to pray for him and was instantly healed. And after personally experiencing the filling of the Holy Spirit, he began to hold full gospel evangelistic campaigns across the country. He would later reflect about his ministry up to that point, that he'd been chasing after people to get them to services, rather than offering them a gospel so rich and full that they could not keep away. Peter Christopher Nelson is the man who later became the first president of our school. In a small 2-story brick house in Enid, Oklahoma, P.C. Nelson and his small staff opened a Bible school from humble beginnings. When a new student arrived, someone had to run to the dime store to get another plate and silverware. Fast forward almost 90 years, the school looks different, offers broader curriculum, and spans more than 70 acres. But our mission remains true to Nelson's own words: to give men and women a better knowledge of the Word of God, to serve Him in their own homes, on the farm, in shop or store or office, to minister in the pulpit as pastors or evangelists, or to carry the glad tidings across the seas. SAGU prepares students who want to stand for something. By doing so, they choose to stand against being average, against being ordinary, against being common. SAGU Lions choose to be uncommon, with uncommon ambition, uncommon dreams, and uncommon ideas. SAGU Lions are uncommon leaders, educators, counselors, ministers, musicians, officers, and social workers. And they begin in an uncommon environment.
Where online makes really good sense is when you're kind of not the typical, I just graduated from high school and I want to have a college experience.
I chose distance education because I was busy. I mean, I knew that our lives were kind of all over the place, everything that we were doing, and I wanted something that was flexible.
My degree at SAGU allowed me to still be a mom and an educator and get my degree online. I was able to tuck my kids into bed and get everything that I needed to get done, and while laundry was going, I was studying.
If you have any questions, certainly give me a call, shoot me an email, and I'll be glad to help any way I can.
We have an asynchronous program, so videos are going, students are accessing the course on their own schedule, which is a convenience of online education. So the online provides the way to get the academic credit that you need to advance your career path, advance your learning and your skills.
Well, a lot of what we were doing with our resident assistants was preparing them to teach their halls. And then, of course, I'd have the opportunity to teach as well. So I was training, but then I was also teaching the whole dorm. And so I found that a lot of the tools that I was getting from my classes was really helping me to prepare my RAs and to prepare myself to minister to our students.
My master's degree in education at SAGU allowed me to have a bigger influence on more than just students, but also educators. With the door that this degree opened, I was able to take this position that really didn't exist before I graduated, and I was able to move into that.
In SAGU's philosophy, we want to connect students with a faculty member that is curating the content, and they are providing the content we feel is important for that particular course the way that is presented in SAGU's distinctive.
I loved the way that they would give you quality feedback. It's not just a grade, but I want to know what you think about my work.
My professor was fabulous, just was always there for me that entire semester, and I was able to graduate exactly when I expected to.
The fact is, there is no back row in an online classroom. You can't get in the back of the class. You're either online and engaged or you're not doing the work.
The number one thing is their passion for students. The customer service here, they're going to help you get across that finish line and do everything they can do to help you get there. This is a place where if you've already in your career, you know what you want to do, and you just need that extra skill set, you need that help to prepare you to be more successful, this is a very practical place to get your degree.
Welcome back to the SAGU Sports Network as we are seconds away from the second half of action between the Oklahoma City University Stars and the hometown SAGU Lions here in the Schaefer Center. Pretty good first half, defensive battle, couple of turnovers, a little bit of sloppy play between both sides, both teams, but it finds us at a 37-33 score between the Stars and the Lions.
Yeah, and you can see that OCU brought their A game in defense to the Schaefer Center tonight, and they have outplayed the SAGU Lions offense. So it's going to be interesting to see it go down the stretch. SAGU's got to really figure out how to score with such tenacious defense in their face. But that is what OCU does, and that's kind of their calling card, and they'll continue to do it. OCU averages 78 points or 76 points a game, where SAGU averages 93 points a game. So right now, even though the deficit is
good move by KT Williams, up and under and then finishing with the left
in favor of SAGU, I think you're going to see that's kind of a checkmark win in the first half for OCU.
SAGU opening the second half with the score, 39-33 now. And we get a whistle.
It's going to be interesting to see what this whistle actually is going to be, because it was two players just running to a position.
They're going to call that on
KT
Kenton Williams, yeah.
And it was not sure how they got there on that.
Quick first foul, but only his first for the SAGU big man.
This has been a dream come true for Coach Deal as far as the refereeing is concerned, because he played Thursday night up in Oklahoma, and there was 65 fouls called in that game.
You tell me that's not normal?
I've never heard of it. I've seen some crazy stuff, but that's just absolutely bananas.
That's what the officials at that point are becoming a story in that game.
They played more than the players.
Absolutely, yep. And then a foul here on the offensive rebound, goes back up with it, was AJ Cockrell. And then OCU continues to shoot poorly from that three-point line. Another missed three there from the corner, which, I mean, realistically should be your easiest shot at hitting one. It's the shortest three-point shot. But to the line here on the offensive rebound and then foul, going up for the putback is Cockrell, and he makes the first of two.
And Darian Davis not happy at all about that foul call.
It's going to come right here on the second opportunity, and that is
all ball.
All ball on that one.
Yep, all ball. And I can understand. But he's just going to have to let that one ride. Refs don't get it right all the time, so you can't carry that one with you for the rest of this game. Coach Steele is going to give him a break to think about it, and then he'll get him right back in.
Here's Bowling. Good pass to the corner. Williams for three. That's good. KT Williams from three.
And it's going good when KT's wide open in the corner, and he can hit those. It's a little bit of a leak in the boat for OCU.
And then here is a trap on that baseline by SAGU. But then the floater, the driving floater that time by Bryant, up and in is good.
Bryant is such a smooth and elegant type of player. His release, the rotation on the ball, he is someone that you could say, kids, model your shot after.
Bowling with the rare three-point attempt. No good. Up ahead.
That's
and
going to be
an
a
offensive foul charge drawn by Noah Bowling. We saw him try to do that in the first half, and it was called a block, but that time it worked successfully.
Yep. Now watch. You look at that and you go, oh, his feet aren't planted, but he has secured that real estate, and his feet do not actually have to be planted. He was upright, not leaning in, but securing his vertical real estate, and that is why they called it a charge.
And another charge. There we see it again.
Yeah.
Nick Mason there, kind of
too much forearm.
That left hand looked a little bit like a stiff arm. I know it's the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, so a little bit of stiff arm there from Nick Mason.
Yeah, got a shoulder, forearm. Nick Mason is extremely strong. He's in the weight room every day. I mean, he really works hard.
So now, do you typically at this level, do you typically see that from these basketball players in the weight room every day mess with your shot form at all?
Well, back when I played, I definitely wasn't going to mess with heavyweights because of that very thing. You don't want your shot to get altered or the mechanics. Your muscle memory is important. But look at Mason's game is not built on being a pure shooter. And there, KT Williams is way too far out.
Deep three by Williams.
Yep.
Catches nothing. It's an air ball.
So Nick Mason, his game is a power game. It's take it to the rack, shoot. He's got very good touch, but it needs to be in the move, and it needs to be aggressive. He's not just going to. He's got a very awkward set shot. If you go, no, don't do that. But you want him dribbling, you want him taking players and going to the rack, and that's how he scores. So you need strength.
Bryant pumps, and he gets his defender in the air.
Bryant's starting to turn it on now.
He's starting to not shoot the three ball as much and find himself in the mid-range, and it's starting to work as OCU has brought themselves back within one, 42-41.
If you're a youngster out there trying to find a good way to shoot the ball, watch Bryant. Look at the rotation when he shoots. It's just a pure shooter shot.
Kashila gets the steal. Up ahead, they've got Williams. Williams is by himself. Layup up and in. Williams had hit the ground on that last rebound opportunity and hadn't made his way back on defense. And fortunately for the Lions, they came up with a steal and they found Williams wide open. And he is saying he got hit when he went up for that layup.
He wanted to flush that one, that's for sure.
Here is OCU. Claiborne up, and he gets blocked by Kashila. Good defense there by Josh Kashila. Coming up now with the ball, leaves it for Williams. Thought about a deep three. Williams, layup no good. Rare to see a layup come from almost that kind of far away from the basket. Try to scoop layup from the corner three, no good. And again, OCU continues to struggle from the three-point line. That one's off Eric Watry. And you see Howard Turner slowing down the offense a little bit. Leaves it for McMullen. Kashila for three. And he gets fouled. He's going to go to the line for three. It looks like he got hit on the way down, kind of caught him in the body, and that is going to draw a foul every time he landed in the landing area. That's going to be 3 free throws here for Kashila. The first one from Kashila bounces around and it falls. It's good.
Kashila is a 73.5% free throw shooter.
And he misses the second. He's got one more coming his way.
You would think that he'll be able to, he's a good field shooter. He'll be able to make the correction and make this one go down. Good shooters like Kashila don't usually miss 2 in a row.
Third free throw on the way from Kashila. And it is up and it is in. So he goes 2 of 3 from the line that trip. Extends the lead back out to 5, 46-41. There's Willies. Willies back into the game. Up and under, no good. Big rebound there for SAGU. Cortland Blake. Big 6'6" freshman checks into the game.
Baby Zion.
And he's going to take a shot. Straightaway three, no good, comes up short.
He loves to shoot the three. And he can actually shoot that.
There's Watchery, gets it back out to Bryant. Corner for Willies. Sends it back out to Bryant. Bryant looking for the corner. It's tipped. Euro up and in. Trying to draw the charge was Kashila. That was a pretty good move there by Rashawn Coleman. There's Kashila. Looking in the corner for...
he stepped
way out of bounds. That left foot was almost on the other side of that purple stripe out of bounds. So another turnover for the Lions as they hold on to a 3-point lead, 46-43. We are coming up on 14 minutes left to play in the second half. Bryant. Sends it to Watchery. Watchery back out to the top. Coleman looking down low for Willies. Willies finds it and cannot hit the layup. And then Davis gets hit in the face. Darian Davis came down with the rebound, and it looked like he got swatted in the face, and then Willies takes advantage of the no call and takes a steal and up and in, easy layup. Heads up play there by Willies. There's Blake. McMullen. Looking down low to Davis. Davis backing down his defender. Finds Kashila in the corner. Kashila drives baseline, tries to posterize his defender, but Davis gets the miss and puts it back up and under. Josh Kashila went flying there trying to put Willies on a poster.
How that wasn't a foul call, I'm not sure, but he gets met and pushed backwards.
Hard to blow the whistle when your jaw drops.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Like, oh, he just tried to do that.
Josh Kashila misses the dunk, but Darian Davis in good position gets the rebound and gets himself an easy layup. 48-45, 3-point lead. And a foul called on OCU, offensive foul. They're going to get Anthony Davis with an illegal screen, and it looks like he just didn't know where he was trying to set that screen as he was moving almost the entire time. Inbounds to Turner. Mason up to McMullen. McMullen, the lefty for three. No good. Rebound brought in. And up ahead is Coleman. Floater, no good. Batted back out to Bryant. Here's Anthony Davis for three. That one in and out, no good. Kashila with the rebound. And OCU still continuing to struggle from three. McMullen down low to Blake. Blake up and almost in. Can't. Looks like he lost control of it as he was on his way up and couldn't finish the layup. Coleman. And a travel. That's going to go on Eli Gomzi. Looked like he had an opportunity to go up for a pretty good shot, but he just hesitated. right there. I thought he was going to go up.
Yep. Brought his pivot foot back. He probably was. He traveled right before it.
Blake gets it out to Kashila. Kashila takes a three. Steps back. 3-ball on the way. No good. Misses to the right badly. Remains a 3-point lead. 48-45. Up ahead. Here is Bryant. Bryant to the corner for Coleman. And then an offensive foul drawn by McMullen. Found the positioning, and that's going to go on Trey Bryant.
Let's see. McMullen recognizes. Those are funny.
Just takes the contact. And
I'd probably like to see that again, see where the referee was looking, because he just saw McMullen. I guarantee he just saw McMullen laying on the ground. He didn't see the actual contact.
And here's McMullen, leaves it for Kashila. Kashila with 17 points tonight. Mason can't hit on the layup, but Blake chasing it down. Goes between the legs, leaves it for McMullen. Tries to go behind the basket. Here's Kashila, is somehow able to find it. I'm not sure if that can go down as an assist. I'm not sure what that hit off of.
That was off of a defender's foot.
Should have been a kick ball, but Kashila found it, and he got himself an easy layup. And on the other end, OCU finds themselves with an easy layup, and they answer right back.
Sean Coleman.
Here's Turner. He's getting harassed up there by Watry. Kashila resets, looking to run some offense here. Kashila out to McMullen. Swings it out to Mason. And there's Mason for three. That one is good.
Did you get a chance to see that? I don't know if you will, because no stoppage. But that is an awkward-looking set shot.
Coleman drives to the lane, and he's going to get fouled that time by Cortland Blake. And here you're going to see the foul. He just drives, and Blake has to come over and help. And it looked like he got all ball there. That's a couple of times there on this end that SAGU's got what looks like to be good blocks. And they've resulted in fouls. Here's Coleman's first free throw, no good. You can get another look at it. Here's Blake. He got his forearm on the ball, so it's tough, but
it's all ball.
He misses a second free throw, so not a bad quote-unquote foul there by Blake. But SAGU now leading 53-48, 5-point lead. Going to Mason down low. They're going to call Mason for a travel. Looked like he was trying to create space for himself. And he doesn't like the call either. They get it to him down low. That little hop there, I think, is what they call.
Yeah, but he's in his dribble. Oh, nice. Great dish.
Cockrell, and he has got an easy dunk.
That was a great dish. Rashawn Coleman.
53-50, 3-point lead now for the Lions. Approaching 10 minutes gone here in the second half. Oh, good move by Turner. And Turner steps out of bounds. That's the third or fourth time this game where he's found himself stepping out of bounds on that baseline or on the sideline. But what a move here by Howard Turner. Behind the back dribble.
He's going to be a rising star in Coach Deal's system in the future. Got a high IQ and good ball handling skills. Needs to work on maybe a little bit of his body movement skills, but that'll come with just the more you play.
Timeout by Coach Deal as he finds his squad up 53-50.
And I know Coach is he's not extremely comfortable with a three-point lead. That's one shot.
It would be.
Yeah. Well, depending on who you're playing.
Well, I mean, OCU has shot not great from three-point land. So you're right. You're right. Yep. All it takes is one of those to fall in.
In the scenario, you're thinking, okay, statistics usually don't lie at some point. So, they've missed a bunch, so they're due.
They're due. Yep.
That's D-U-E. They're due. And you know that Coach Aldos is also thinking, we're due.
One of these has to fall in.
Come on.
We've missed too many for them not to fall in.
Yep. Bryant's got a little bit of momentum here, and looks like he's going to stay on the bench for a breather. But they'll get him back in. He's a clutch player, and you don't want to get him hot at the end of the game, that's for sure.
And as you said, he is their leading scorer, but not by much. A lot of sharing of the scoring for the Stars team. But your leading scorer is a leading scorer at the end of the day. Coleman tries to get it down low to Cockrell, but he gets stuffed by a couple of SAGU defenders. Looking for Mason. Mason up and in after he loses the handle on the initial pass.
And that should have been a little bit of a hook shot alley-oop.
Checking into the game for the first time is Eddie Smith for the Stars. And a carry called on Smith. Not something you see called often. He got nabbed here.
Not these days.
Oh, it was a little bit of a hesitation. There was a second.
Got under it, yeah.
A little hesitation dribble before that.
But you see that a lot. I mean, even that kind of questionable. It was actually a good call. It just doesn't get called much.
Here's Mason. Mid-range, he gets hit in the arm and the face. Looked like he got hit in the mouth when he went up with that shot.
Willie's just playing denting tight defense.
No, he didn't get hit in the mouth. He just rocked his head back. Yeah.
Actually, that was fantastic defense. Probably didn't warrant a whistle, but the veteran play there by Nicholas Mason with that head bob.
You'll see it here. Goes up for the shot, gets hit on the arm, and you see the head goes back. That may have been what drew the whistle.
Yep.
But he misses the second free throw, so he goes 1 of 2 from the line. 56-50 now. And here comes OCU. Coleman. Guarded by Bowling. Bowling's good defense. Free ball on the way. Eddie Smith, no good. Brought in by Kashila. Another big board. Here's up to Farmer. Farmer leaves it for KT Williams, and Williams is able to coax it in as it hung on the rim for a little bit. Good pass from Farmer. There's Juan Claiborne with it. Eddie Smith trying to set up some offense. Gets it down to Cockrell. Cockrell gets in the back down Williams. Williams, good defense. Running hook shot way off. Gets it up to Kashila. SAGU with an 8-point lead. Kashila to Mason. Throws it down. What a pass. What a dunk. Josh Kashila to Nick Mason.
I can't wait to see the replay of this. Look where he leaves the floor. This was insane.
Unreal.
When he threw this, I said there's no way. He left from the second hash.
Unreal play. Wow. Josh Kashila to Nick Mason. Here it is in its full glory. Here's Kashila coming down. And there you see it. The second hash. Wow.
Look at this. He was above the rim a very long time.
Off 1 foot.
Yeah, just in stride.
Wow, what a play.
Man, that's got to be clipatized and put in Twitter sphere.
The Nick Mason highlight reel. That's gotta be in there. My goodness, what a dunk!
Wow.
Whew. You can't overthrow a guy like that on a pass. You can't.
You just can't. He goes and gets it, and when he threw it, I was immediately thought, oh no, that is just crazy hops. And like you said, it was in stride off of 1 foot. Wow.
Well, needless to say, there was a timeout there by Coach Aldis.
Yeah,
they needed it. They
timeout.
needed it. 10-point lead now for the Lions, especially emphatically off of that alley-oop.
Yep. Good timeout.
From Kashila to Mason. Give them a chance to compose themselves, and it gives us a couple of chances to watch it back again.
Yeah, that was nice. A lot of fun.
SAGU jumps out to a 10-point lead. 8:30 left to go here in the second half. SAGU, active hands and active feet here on the defensive end. They're looking to make a stop and extend this lead even more. Bryant goes down low to Cockrell. Cockrell trying to back down Williams. Has not had luck doing that so far. Tries to go up and under. 3 ball on the way from Coleman. It's good at the shot clock buzzer. Rashawn Coleman is able to knock it down. Here's Mason. Mason goes baseline. Mid-range jumper. Good. Nick Mason.
Mason's just starting to turn it up a little bit.
He is heating up. Here's Coleman with the Euro. Gets it out to the three-point line.
Got away with a little bit of the shuffle of feet.
And reset. Here's Coleman. Up and under. Layup is good.
That was great recognition by Coleman to see that lane opened up. It's like the Red Sea parted for him, and he immediately took advantage of it.
And here's Mason. Over to Kashila. Kashila beats his man. Layup up and in. And the foul. They're going to call it on Watry. He went up and converted the layup, and he's going to go to the line for the chance at a three-point play. Never quite got those feet set. Might have been in that restricted area as well.
Yeah, I couldn't quite tell. It was not all of him was not in that, if any. But still, that would have been a good no call, to be honest with you. It was more incidental type contact. It was glancing.
So here's Kashila for the chance to put SAGU back up 10, and he does convert the three-point play. And SAGU pushes that lead back out to double digits.
Kashila with 22 points.
They lose it for a second, but he get it back. Here's Willies trying to leave it for Watry, but good defense by Farmer. They trap Watry in the corner, but he gets it to Willie. He's poked away by Farmer. Up ahead, here's Kashila. Farmer for 3, no good. Kashila with the offensive board. They get a chance at a second opportunity here. Here's Bowling. Bowling gets it to Davis. Davis to Kashila. Kashila drives up and in. Josh Kashila with that quick first step gets by the defender and converts an easy look. Here's Cockrell. He hesitates up and in. Good job to hesitate. Darian Davis, he's got some blocks on his highlight reel. So good job to be aware of who's behind you. Create an easier shot for yourself. Here's Kashila. Again, quick first step. Floater is no good, but a block is called. So Kashila's going to go to the line for 2 again. Or go to the line for free throws, rather.
It's hard to see from that angle if he was leaning, but he definitely had secured that space. And I couldn't tell if Kashila went through him or he leaned over as Kashila. Let's see if we can
get a
see
good
it
look
from
at
this
it.
angle.
You'll get a good look at it here.
Yeah, he turned. It's still not enough to get a foul.
But he hits the first. Second one coming. And Kashila goes 2 of 2 from the line that time. Extends the lead to 12. Here is Coleman. Coleman to the corner, finds Bryant. Bryant for 3. That one is good. It was just a matter of time before Trey Bryant was going to hit one of these shots.
Yeah, we were talking about this just a little while back that he's due, and as a matter of fact, the whole team is due as far as team shooting from the 3. It's been rather flat tonight.
He pulls his team back within 9 single digits, does Trey Bryant.
So a little trivia. I wanted to get into this, and hopefully fans, the NAIA fans at home will enjoy this. But we talk often about how good the Sooner Athletic Conference is. And it's going to seem biased because we're in the Sooner Athletic Conference. But the Sooner Athletic Conference over the last decade, and this is 2020, so we can look back for 20 years. And, wow, our technical director just stole all my thunder.
Spoiler.
Spoiler alert. There he goes. So for 20 years, you can see there And now I have no punchline and no real trivia for you to guess at, because you could sit there and count it. But 11 out of the last 20 years, the Sooner Athletic Conference has shown up at the championship game for the NAIA men's basketball.
And 2 of those years, the
Division
representative was on both sides. 2 representatives.
But if you'll look at it, look what back in 2006, 7, and 8, Oklahoma City went 3 years straight
in a row
and won 2 of them back to back.
Yep.
What a great if you follow it at all, you know that OCU is a fantastic sports school. They just do sports at an all-time high level. They're very good. Their volleyball team this year won the conference. They were fantastic.
Incredible.
Yeah, one of the best in the nation. And but that just goes to show you that day in, day out, we show you those standings. They will move around. And games like this, although it's kind of midway through the conference season, these games are highly important to these teams because they know top 8 in this conference are very good, and you could lose any night that you step on the floor with any of these teams. Sooner Athletic Conference is provably the best basketball conference in the nation.
3-point shot comes up short. Trey Bryant on the second chance misses long. And SAGU holds on to a 3-point lead. Cody Farmer hits a 3-pointer coming out of the timeout, and he's going to take another one here. That one's no good. Rebound brought in by Cockrell. He's up ahead to Coleman. Coleman splits the defenders, goes left. Layup swatted away by Darian Davis. And here's Bowling up ahead.
One more to add to that highlight reel you were talking about, the blocks highlight reel.
Bowling tried to get it to KT Williams a half second, maybe a hair just too late, and it was knocked away but then kicked out of bounds by OCU. So SAGU's got, they retain possession here with about 4.5 left to play in the second half. Up 12. Here's Bowling, he gets it to Williams. Kashila over to Farmer. Farmer's not afraid to pull the trigger. 3-ball up, no good. Darian Davis almost comes up with the rebound, but he gets it knocked away. Up ahead. OCU kicks it out to Willies. Willies for 3. That one is good. Darian Willies nails a 3-point shot.
Unexpected.
And you said it, the 3-ball hasn't been falling all game, and this is 2 out of 3 they've hit from 3-point lands.
It's because statistics don't lie.
They are due.
There's a great Andy Griffith episode about statistics not lying.
We know you love your Andy Griffith. There's Josh Kashila, answers back with the 3 of his own. 12-point lead once again for the Lions. Kicks it out to the corner. OCU. It looks like they're trying to set up for
they're going to get a little bit of hands in the cookie jar.
That's going to go on Cody Farmer, his first of the game. He's not a guy who really isn't ever in foul trouble.
Yeah.
Long 3 by Trey Bryant. That one is good, and here you talk about it. The 3s are starting to fall for the Stars, and they find themselves down once again by 9, but they cut it to single digits. Here's Kashila. He's driving to the basket. Kashila kicks it back out to Farmer. Farmer's going to take a 3. Cody Farmer cannot hit. Rebound by Willies.
Farmer's 1 for 5 in the last 2 minutes.
Layup up, and he cannot convert. And here is Mason. Kashila gets it back out to Mason. At what point do they start to try to use some clock? A 9-point lead with 3 minutes left. Kashila misses a 3. Bowling taps it. Farmer comes down with it, gets it back out to KT Williams. At what point do you start to use some clock a little bit and stop chucking up 3s?
Well, there's no time like the present, but
Nick Mason, huge rebound, goes back up with it. An offensive foul on Farmer.
Interesting.
You see here. They're saying he cleared him out. There might be at least 6 inches height difference between Farmer and the guy he was going up against, and it didn't look like he.
It looked like just people fighting for the ball, and not really the foul that you want to get for sure.
It looked like good positioning by Farmer.
He had a little forearm in it.
A little bit, but like you said, it looks like people are just fighting for the ball. And we get it. They get it back to SAGU here on another offensive foul call on the other end with an illegal screen. So it all evens out with 2.5 left to play. SAGU up 9. And Bowling with it. Gets it to Kashila. Back to Bowling. Down low, he's going to get Mason, another offensive foul, yep.
You'll see the left arm gets tucked and the shoulder gets slightly lowered here, and he initiates the contact.
So 3 offensive fouls in a row here between the two teams. 2:10 left to play, coming up on 2:10 left to play. Here's Coleman. Gets it to Davis, back to Coleman. Coleman to Davis in the corner. Davis goes hard at the basket. He's going to get fouled.
This is the way you do want to attack it. If you're OCU, drive hard to the basket. Try to get a high percentage shot. Although I think you feel like you've missed so many perimeter shots that you really need to get involved into a low post type game. That was a good move by Anthony Davis. Getting the contact, get the foul, but you got to convert those. 2 ways to get threes: shoot it from the perimeter or go get them the hard way. And he definitely tried that. Just ended up missing the easy one.
Foul goes on Josh Kashila, just his second of the game. Coming up on 2 minutes left. Davis hits the first and he shoots the second and he makes it. 75-68, 7-point lead now for the Lions. That's going to be a timeout by Coach Delton Deal.
So you were talking about, when do you go into kind of a delay tactic mode? And coaches fight with this. Philosophically, they feel like it's dangerous if you take a team out of the way they're built to play. And this Coach Deal's team is not built to hold the ball. So it's not likely that he's going to go in and draw 5 X's on the board in a Dean Smith type 4 corners, spread them.
Yeah.
And you guys out here in the South and the middle part of the United States don't know Dean Smith and 4 corners, so I probably should use another analogy. Hold 'em style. I'm not sure what you would call it out here, but back in the day we called it 4 corners, and you just throw the ball around. Well, if you're not used to that, then you become vulnerable, and as easy as it looks, it's actually a very hard way to play. It's hard to delay, and usually there's a lot of space. It's easy to attack the angles defensively, and you can just step in and intercept the ball and go down and get an easy bucket. So you got to be careful. If you're not used to that, you don't practice that, then the answer to your question is you really don't. You don't go into that kind of tactic. You let your guys play and just hope they play it all the way out and don't really mess up.
Bowling brings it up and he gets it to Kashila. Kashila picks up his dribble, gets it to Mason.
This is one thing that you could see that we know they will run is the ISO play for Nick Mason out top. And you could send all 4 players down to the baseline and let Nick just dribble out some of the clock.
Mason's going to go to the line here for 2 shots as they are in the bonus. Or rather, it should be a 1-and-1. So not quite all the way to the double bonus yet. Mason's first shot is good. He will get another one. Looking to put SAGU back up by 9. Nick Mason with 17, looking for his 18th. And he has it. 18 points for Nick Mason, and he puts the Lions back up 9, 77-68. Here's Coleman up ahead. Drives to the basket, kicks it out to Watry. An offensive foul as Nick Mason draws it. Contact from Coleman down low. And that is a big, big charge there by Mason. So SAGU up 9, gets a big turnover. 1:44 left to play. They get it to Bowling. Bowling brings it up. Gets it to Mason. Here you talk about it. They're going to set a pick up top, but try to get him alone up at the top. ISO ball. Here's Kashila. Gets it out to Bowling. Down low to Mason. Mason, mid-range jumper. No good. Bowling looking for the offensive rebound. They get it to Kashila. And a timeout, a huge offensive board. Noah Bowling diving for it and getting it to Kashila, doing enough to impact the ball enough to let his teammate dive in and cover it up. And then again, that's the second time we've seen it this game, the intelligence to call a timeout when you have possession of the ball.
Just the effort between Bowling and Kashila to stay in there. They knew how important it was to not give that possession up, because now it's really a game of possessions. And the more you take away from your opponent, the less, even though they're only down 9, really you're extending now, and it puts the pressure on those 3 possessions. Best case scenario, you come down, play good defense, get the ball back, and shoot a 3 times, you've tied the ball game.
There's a conversation going on right now whether or not the shot clock should be reset. Coach Deal was discussing with the officials. Very clearly, Nick Mason's shot hit the rim, so at the very least it should reset on that point. And then SAGU gets the offensive board. Right now, it reads 7 seconds.
See that in the replay, so it's 13,
12, 11,
and should be reset there.
Yep.
It doesn't get reset immediately. It's still not reset. Yeah.
Absolutely, the shot clock should be reset.
Should be reset.
And again, it resets on the rim. But right now in the gym, it is still reading 7 seconds. And they are discussing at the score table.
It should be reset. We're going to tell them it should be reset.
I don't think
we're the only ones that have access to.
I don't think they're looking up at you. But I mean,
he made the shot. Yes.
Well, he missed the shot.
He made the he didn't make the shot.
Right,
but
he hit
made
the rim.
a shot.
I don't know what the conversation is.
Yeah, there is that. This is
they put 20 seconds on the clock, so they ended up resetting it.
Yeah, and the referee is explaining. He says, "You're sure he shot the ball?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm absolutely sure he shot the ball right there."
So the clock goes back to 20. The shot clock rather goes back to 20 seconds. 1:20 left to play in the game. And SAGU has got possession off that big offensive rebound.
That's a big call to get right. You know, if OCU could win that somehow, it's not that they were actually buying for it, but if that would be in their favor, if they could get, the shot to stay on 7.
Sheila gets it to Bowling. Bowling for 3. Can't hit. It goes up and over.
Yeah, hit the top.
They're going to call it out of bounds. It's going to be OCU ball with 1 minute and 3 seconds left to play. And that's a good job of killing the clock there by the Lions. It took 17 seconds off the clock for OCU to work with. And we are now under a minute to play. SAGU with a 9-point lead, 77-68. Or an 9-point lead for SAGU. There's Bowling, good defense. Layup up and in by Bryant.
Oh my.
Bowling gets hit, but they're going to say it's a clean steal. Bryant for 3. No good. It is good. It rattles around the rim. And then Bowling gets fouled again on the inbounds. It looked like he might have gotten hit. It's hard to tell, but on the initial inbounds, it looks pretty clean. Watry got the steal. Trey Bryant for 3 rattles around. I'm having flashbacks of Game 7 of the Eastern Conference semis and the Raptors over the Sixers. One of the worst memories I had of the last year. But that was
how they lost.
Whew,
yeah.
My goodness, games. Flashbacks of Kawhi Leonard over Joel Embiid for the game winner. I can't watch that again. But Noah Bowling gets fouled on the inbounds.
What a great effort and play by OCU. And this is what I was talking about. There's so many possessions that are allowed. If you don't use all of your possession time, then now you give slowly over time, you'll give an extra possession. And then when you make something happen really quick and things are going your way just like it did, you got a quick 5 points out of it. And now there's time. Now there's a lot of time to work with, and your strategy will totally change.
46 seconds left in the game, and now OCU only down 4. And it's what you said. You need a couple of threes to fall. They get a quick 2.
Yep.
Steal in the inbounds. They get a quick 3. That's 5 points over the course of, if you count bringing the ball up, maybe 7 seconds.
Right.
And that's really what they needed, was a quick momentum shift.
Lions, Coach Dill's in there saying, now's not the time to tighten up. You can't tighten up now. So you got to play, loose, confident, but yet protect the ball.
And it starts
at all costs. Protect the ball.
It starts right here with these 2 free throws for Noah Bowling, as SAGU is in the double bonus. Noah Bowling still has not scored tonight yet, but he doesn't take a ton of shots. That's to be expected. Right. But he's looking for his first points of the evening, of the night, here at the free throw line. And they're 2 big ones to put SAGU back up 6 instead of 4. You're looking at least 2 possession game then. And here is Bowling.
These 2 should be good.
First one's good. Don't jinx him, John.
Well, he's a good shooter. He's a solid shooter. I'm not in love with the fact he doesn't take a rhythm dribble, but that's just the way he does it.
78-73, 79-73. SAGU back up 6. 2 big free throws there by Bowling.
It's in their shooter's hands. It's going to be interesting to see if they run something for him. They did. He goes low.
Good defense by Bowling, and he leads to a miss. Davis with it. He gets fouled. Noah Bowling did an incredible job of closing out there on that possession.
He did close out really well. And fortunate. Yeah, he didn't, but you never know what the referees see. And a lot of times they'll follow the ball, then look back and see a dude on the ground, and you get a whistle. So you got to be real careful. That was a smart play by Bryant, actually, to go down to the ground. And he was trying to get contact and maybe a little more concerned with trying to draw the contact than he should have been. You don't have to get it all back in one shot, but that would have been nice if it had fallen. They get the call, and boom. Next thing you know, you're only down 2.
Timeout here by OCU as they want to discuss things. They find themselves down 6 now, with SAGU going to the free throw line for 2 more shots here. Looking to go back up 8, and again, I said it with Bowling, but these are 2 really big free throws, and Darian Davis on the line now for the Lions.
It's great seeing both of these coaches go at it and really coaching their teams up. I mean, a lot of strategy. They're pouring in, every ounce of strategy that they've learned throughout the years and applying it to this moment.
Coming out of the timeout as the coaches sending their respective teams out. Again, Darian Davis will be going to the line for 2 shots here to put SAGU potentially back up 8, as they are now leading by 6. The lead for SAGU was at 12 for a good amount of time throughout the second half, and then OCU with a quick 5-point swing in under about 7 to 10 seconds with a steal of an inbounds pass and a 3-point shot. They cut it to 4, but SAGU with some good free throw shooting could effectively ice this game. Here's Davis's first free throw. That one is no good, so the lead will stay at 6 for the time being.
6 is a good number still for OCU. 7, not so much.
And it
Good
will
hit.
be 7 now for Darian Davis. 80-73 as he hits his 7th point of the night to extend the lead to 7. Good defense. Closing on 20 seconds. Big block by Nick Mason on the three-point attempt. Goes flying and sends the ball into the wall. Wow, what a play. He sold out on that one. Nick Mason, the athleticism. That is insane. Willie's with it. Kicks it back out to Coleman. Coleman is going to take a step-back mid-range jumper. No good. Darian Davis with the rebound. And he's going to go back to the line here for 2 shots. 13 seconds left. If he hits at least one of these, you got to think that's enough to definitely ice the game.
Yeah, not enough time. Wow.
So here is Darian Davis. Went 1 of 2 from the line last trip. He's got 2 shots coming in. First shot is up, and it is good, and that pushes the lead back out to 8. 81-73 with 13 seconds left. Second free throw is good for Davis. Lead is now 9, and you got to think that's going to be enough to do it. Here is Bryant. Bryant running up court, kicking it back out. Here's Anthony Davis for 3. That one's no good. Rebound by Kashila, and Kashila gets fouled. He's going to go to the line now for 2. 3 seconds left, and that should do it. That's going to be the ball game. SAGU is going to walk away with a very good win here in the Sooner Athletic Conference. What do we say, John? Oklahoma City always comes in. It doesn't matter what the standings say. They always come into Waxahachie, and they put up a tough fight, and that's been no different tonight. And the score might read a double-digit win for SAGU, but this game was close at some points.
Oh, 90% of the game was a 3-point game, 3 to 4-point game. It was within striking distance right up to the last 20 seconds, really. So, you'll always look at the paper and this will look like a big win. And it is a huge win for SAGU to actually come out with it. But not quite as easy as maybe you were alluding to the score would indicate. And good game by a group of youngsters that are maturing really fast. And Kashila did a great job kind of leading his team tonight with some savvy veteran experience. Nick Mason and KT Williams playing as athletic as anybody in the NAIA. These guys, this Lions team is getting primed to be able to make a good run. I don't think they've fully gelled, but you're starting to be able to see the gelatin actually solidify, and it's not just liquid anymore. And last year we knew that there was some special things that could happen with this team, and they had to go through some adversity, and now they have come outside on the other side of that adversity, and Coach Dill has done a absolutely fantastic job guiding his team, and their motto this year is to play with joy. And just come out, play with joy, give God 100% of the talent that he has given you, leave it out there 100% on the floor and play with joy. And that's what they did. And some great show of sportsmanship with these guys. OCU is just a top-tier, high-class type of institution, and their sports are always well represented, and most of the time they're on the winning side.
Absolutely.
So I'm not going to feel too bad for them.
SAGU is going to improve to 12-2 and 4-2 in conference, and OKC is going to fall to 8-6, 3-3 in conference. So only a 1-game difference there between SAGU and OCU. Now we are early on in the Sooner Athletic Conference in the conference
about
play.
to make the first half turn.
Yeah, but this conference every year it always seems like it is absolutely critical, and it's very competitive. But for now, we're going to go to our courtside reporter live, Riker Russell, who is with Nick Mason, who had an incredible game. Riker, how's Nick feel about that game?
A strong second half. What adjustments did you make at halftime?
I was just playing harder. The first half, I felt like I was stuck in mud, And second half, I just picked it up and played hard for my teammates.
Also in the second half, Joshua Kashila gave you an amazing pass, which led to your outstanding dunk. Can you tell us a little bit about y'all's chemistry on the court?
Me and Cash are good friends, and we're roommates, and we're always looking for each other on the fast break. So once I was going, he saw me, and he just threw it up there. He knew I'm going to go get it.
Thank you so much. Good, congratulations on the win tonight. Back to you, Adam.
Thank you, Riker. Thank you, Nick. Incredible game. Again, SAGU taking the win over the Stars to improve their conference standings on the season. For our entire student-led crew who worked so hard to bring you these broadcasts, to my broadcast partner John Cookman and our courtside reporter Riker Russell, I'm Adam Ferguson. Thank you again for watching the SAGU Sports Network.
For greatness, never looking back. Fear the war, check the score. Can't ignore talent, strength in the Lord. Lions in the pack, never got slack. Wishing for greatness, never looking back. Fear the war, check the score. Can't ignore talent, strength in the Lord. Lions in the pack, never got slack. Wishing for greatness.